wanna do is drink beer for breakfast. All I wanna do is drink beer for breakfast.
KPAM News Time, 740. It's First Edition, News Talk 860 KPAM, and it is time for some beer for breakfast with the First Edition Beer Geek and a whole room full of brewers from Oregon City. This is the team from Oregon City United Brewers. It's a brand new venture with some familiar names, so we would like to welcome in Mark Maher with Feckin Irish Brewing. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Tim.
Brandon Neldner with Shattered Oak Brewing.
Good morning, Tim.
Good to see you. And Dustin Pugh with Batch One Brewing. Hey, Dustin.
Good morning, Tim. How are you doing?
So you guys we've heard of Feckin, we've heard of Shattered Oak. Batch One's a relatively newcomer on the scene. So why are we all Oregon City United Brewers?
Basically, we looked at each other. I met Brandon and thought, why bother starting a whole new brewery by yourself? Why not pool our resources and share our education, share our space, share our resources, and do something like community. And it's been working out so far. That's
fantastic. Folks who live down in that area may be familiar with Shattered Oak. You've been until now been a nano brewery, fully licensed. Your beer's available on tap, and now you have a tap room where people can actually come in and sit at the bar and enjoy one of your beers. How does that make you feel?
It's still surreal, Tim. I don't think it's actually hit yet, but it's kind of a good feeling to finally tell people when they say, "Where can we get you guys at?" to let them know where it is and the joint venture that we have. It's kind of great. Everybody loves the idea.
All right. And Dustin, you're relatively new to this as well and are part of Oregon City United Brewers, and you are a mead maker and a cider maker.
Yeah, that's correct. It's kind of nice that can let us come in there and do something totally different off the beaten path and just give these guys a little bit more variety and stuff like that on their tap room. Plus, the joint adventure will make where we can actually make more braggots, which is half beer and half mead, and just kind of expand the beer culture out there a little bit better and a little bit more.
All right, let's get to the beer. That's the most important part. What are we drinking this morning, guys?
This is the Blood of the Vanquished. That was the collaboration between Feckin and Shattered Oak, and this one that you're drinking now is the Pinot barrel aged in a Pinot barrel from King's Raven Winery, which is also in Oregon City.
Mm-hmm. And what style of beer is it?
Well, we like to consider it a braggot, but as Dustin likes to tell us, that is not a correct term. But Dustin, what is the correct term on this one?
It's actually just a blended beer with brewed with honey itself. So, but it came out fantastic.
All right, cheers, guys. Here's to Oregon City. Yeah. Cheers. All right. Very cool. This is the best part of my week right here. Oh man, this is fantastic. Beer for breakfast is what we like to call it. So for folks already familiar with Feckin, you guys are basically just going in where the Feckin Brewery and Tap Room is there south of Oregon City, because it's a pretty big space and you got room.
Yeah, we got room, and I think the coolest part of this whole thing is getting customers a spot to come check out 3 breweries in one spot. I mean, there's another 3 other breweries in Oregon City. We got Coin Toss, we got Oregon City Brewing, and Bent Shovel. But we're lucky enough to have us all in one space there. So that's one of my favorite parts of the whole thing.
It's very cool what's happening down there in Oregon City right now. Where 3 or 4 years ago, there wasn't a single brewery. You guys came in as Feckin, you were the first, and now there's, I could say there's 5, or now I could say there's 6, right?
Yeah. We need to make a 6-pack, Tim. That's what we need to do.
I could get in on that, actually.
Yeah, we do.
So for folks who want to know where you are, I mean, obviously, if you've been to Feckin, you know where this Oregon City United Brewers is. But you've expanded your hours, you've expanded the bar. So folks who may have already been to Feckin will see something a little different inside. Talk about the work that has been done to upgrade the bar.
So what we've done is we've taken a space that was kind of just basically overflow at this point, and we created an entire dang near 30-foot long bar that you can go up and sit at. Also bar back tables, 24 taps, and all of them are basically local taps from Oregon City, which is kind of an amazing feat. So you can come on in, enjoy your time, and sit and relax.
You guys had your grand opening on last Saturday night when it was a little bit icy and snowy, but I'm guessing there was still a pretty big turnout.
There was a huge turnout. It was crazy how many people went out in the weather, and they were probably a little bit stir crazy after being locked up for so long, so that probably helped.
All right. Anything else we need to drink here before we move along?
Well, we have the ultimate TFM here for you, Tim, if your glass is empty.
And which is what? Please tell everybody.
Top of the feckin' morning. Mark, I'm going to let you join in and while I pour.
I think this is the TFM's second appearance on the first edition Beer Geek.
Second appearance. This is a barrel-aged version of TFM, which is Imperial Espresso Milk Porter. So it's got a bunch of coffee from Lisa at Happy Rock Coffee. She does a cold brew for us. And then we've got lactose in there. We've got, this one was aged in a bourbon barrel from Eastside Distilling. So this is one of my favorite ones for drinking in the morning. That's why I brought it for you.
It's a lot of everybody's favorite drinking morning beer. This is a delicious beer. You've probably had it around town if you're a beer geek, because this is the second or the third year for TFM.
I think it's the third year. Yeah, I stumbled onto it on accident, and yeah, third year now I think going. So I keep doing variations of it. Yeah.
All right, Dustin, talk a little bit about what you specialize. I mean, what's going to be on tap when folks come into the tap room?
Pretty much what I'll do is I'll have a cider tap, also a mead tap, and a variety of different styles that will be mixed up from braggots and everything. A mead is just your basic honey blended with water and yeast. It's very, very, it's really tasty. It's the oldest known beverage in the world, and I just want to keep it alive and keep it going. And then, of course, I'll have different varieties of cider and stuff that just kind of give it a little bit of a new twist compared to the cider scene at the moment. It'll just broaden it a little bit better.
Yeah, because you do something a little bit different with the ciders. I mean, you just kind of let them ferment and just let it ride instead. There's no blending. It's just what you ferment is what you get.
That is correct. Yeah, what I do is pretty much the most easy, basic way to brew cider, but yet I believe in if you don't play with it too much, it makes it a little bit nicer. And I don't actually back sweeten anything. It's fermented out with it at the beginning of any type of fruits or. Heck, I even put vegetables in it at one time, and it actually came out pretty good.
Really?
Who would have thought a carrot cider came out good? But, what the hey?
Is that carrot cider going to make an appearance in the tap room?
I think it might.
Sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so now the most important thing, where to find you guys, what are the hours, when can people come and sit and enjoy this new experience?
Well, we're located at 415 South McLoughlin Boulevard in Oregon City, just past the falls. Just head towards Canby South on 99. Little industrial area on the right-hand side. We will be open on Christmas Eve up until 7 o'clock and close Christmas Day. And then come Monday again, when everybody's out returning gifts and everything else, come on in. Tap room will be open.
And regular hours Thursday through Sunday?
Thursday through Sunday, yes.
Okay, all right. With special Monday the 26th
Yes.
days when you need a beer at that point.
Exactly.
All right, gentlemen, one more time to Oregon City. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Thank you, Tim. Cheers.
All right. It is the first edition Beer Geek with Oregon City United Brewers, Mark Maher, Feckin Irish Brewing, Brandon Neldner, Shattered Oak Brewing, and Dustin Pugh, Batch 1 Brewing. The Facebook Live video, along with the podcast going up on my Facebook page, along with all the information on how to find these guys and go drink their beer. KPAM News Time, 7:49.